KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
KURINJI Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.com.
Good morning students. This video regarding our 11th standard neural control and coordination. In the neural control and coordination, previously we did several videos. In that videos, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, these two completed. After that, nervous reflex arc. Okay, last video regarding reflex arc that we completed. So this video regarding sensory receptions and processing. That means how our body is going to receiving the stimulations, whether that stimulations may be external environment or internal environment. So if any action, how our body is showing reflex, okay, reflect by the stimulations only. So especially sensory receptors are there, okay, sense organs are there in our body. So this topic regarding the sense organs, along with the sense organs, particularly eye is how it will work, that and all we will see, structure of eye, that regarding that video that we start today video session. See sensory receptions and processing. Here how do you feel the climate changes in the environment? Okay, first of all think about this question and then come to the heading sensory receptions and processing. Here our body is responding to stimulations. In the 11th standard first chapter, living organisms characteristics are there now. That living organism characteristics, one of the character to response, giving to the response, correct only na? So here how organism is showing the response to for stimulations, that based on the sensory cephalization, one word we heard it in the animal kingdom. When the organism is somewhat of little bit developmentation, sensory stimulations will be there. I mean body will show something response. Nothing but amoeba is there. In amoeba body not yet have sensory organs. So when you coming to the somewhat of arthropoda organisms, Julius take it, or cockroach we have to take. Cockroach having the meso, a long somewhat of hair-like structures. If you want to touch the body, the cockroach will far away. How the cockroach is far away from the sources? I mean, from the threatening situations, because of a cockroach body having the sensory organs. Okay, regarding that concept only we have to study. Especially we are studying the human physiology. So human sensory organs, what are they? So now come to the question. How do you feel the climatic changes in the environment? Here our body is showing something response, reacting to external stimulations. Rain came, or climatic conditions as summer season, winter season, raining season. Based on that our body is showing something response. Okay, how? What? Based on the what process? Here light, if you take light, sun, based on the sun only we can say light. So our body light identified by the eyes, and then you are all are seeing these board. Here several colors are there. How your eyes are detecting that color? Okay, by vision, by the eyes. And then now you are hearing my voice. How you are hearing my voice? With the help of the ears. Okay. After this class, maybe you will be take something delicious food. How you the food taste? By the tongue. Correct only. That is one. And then smell, when you are feel the something smell from your house kitchen onwards with the help of the nose, correct only na. Along with that somebody's are hold it on you or touched your skin, automatically you will sense. So here 5 sense organs are communicating that stimulations from the external to inside of the body. So what are that? Eye, ears, nose, tongue and then skin. This is the concept already you seen in the 10th standard in the how do organism control and coordination. Control and coordination in that chapter. Plants also having the something control and coordination by the phytohormones, auxins, gibberellins. Remembered not in 10th standard you seen. So along with that phytohormones in animals also they are showing the something stimulations. So that based on that thing only. So thigmotropism and phototropism, these and all you seen in 10th standard. That is a concept. So here answer you got it for this question. How do you see this object and then color? So this board, this is object, how you seen and then what color it is, you are getting that clarity. And how do you hearing a sound, my voice, how you are hearing. So based on that, see here answer for all these questions. A sensory organs in our body, detect the all type of changes in the environment and they send to appropriate signal to the central nervous system. Okay, when that receiving after that stimulations, that giving the information to the our brain, central nervous system. Central nervous system first time it will detect and then memorize. Okay, if you see in the Vijay hero in the 5 years back, even though now you are remember Vijay face how it is. So first time you doesn't know, when we are childhood time we doesn't know, first when we are getting aging, just simply we seen the several images, automatically it will print out in our brain. So that signals will be sending to the central nervous system. Especially today concept basing on the eye. Now come to our eye lesson. So eye topic, the eye, these eyes are located or as sockets are present in the cranium. In our cranium is the skull is there na. The skull containing a particular place's orbits. Whether you remember or not, skeletal system when I am explanation time, I said about the orbit, eye sockets. Eye sockets we can call as a orbit. Okay, we can feel it. If nearby, if you touch your eye places, a round like orbit is there, one circle, that we can call as a orbit. Now total eye containing the two parts. One is the accessory structures and eyeball. Accessory structure means except eyeball, remaining thing are which are the things are giving the protection to the eyes. Those things we can able to call as a accessory structures. Those are eyelids. Eyelids, we have the eyelid protection wise. Some of the primitive organisms does not have eyelids, nothing but fish take it. Fish does not have eyelid, simply all the times it is the open eyes. Okay, so eyelids, eyelashes, especially for Kindle wise I can say always girls are using the eyelids, color for eyelashes. Okay, and then eyebrows, that also same thing. Okay, here eyebrows wise I will say one thing. Eyebrows are important facial features of our face. If you are removing our eyebrows, it is a criminal case. We should not remove the eyebrows. Okay, because eyebrows only giving a proper image of the face. Okay, so that's why criminals are removing the eyebrows. Then along with that, inside lacrimal apparatus is there, lacrimal glands, that only we can able to call as a tear glands. This is the accessory. Somewhat of little bit more concept I will explain in the NEET classes. And then eyeball. These eyeball made up of the 3 layers, that is the external layer, second one is the middle layer, third one is the inner layer. Okay, external layer, middle layer and inner layer. External layer we can scientifically call as a sclera. What it is? Pointer place paranganana sclera. And middle layer we call as a choroid. Scientifically choroid, and inner layer we can call as a retina. These are the three layers. Okay, now come to the first layer. We are discussing in eyeball. The eyeball made up of the three layers, that is external layer, middle layer and internal layer. External layer made up of a particular dense connective tissue. A particular dense connective tissue, that dense connective tissue scientifically we call as a sclera. Okay, now this sclera totally it is a one ball like. Eyeball is a nothing but one ball like. Posterior sclera we can call, but the sclera when it is come to the forward, I mean anterior portion, the sclera we can call the name as a cornea. Okay, so sclera only, but that sclera anterior portion we can say that is a cornea. Okay, this cornea a avascular, does not have any blood vessels, any vessels. It is a one protective layer. Okay, then avascular, it is covers the iris. Inside of the cornea it covers the iris, one of the part in the middle eye, middle layer of the eyeball. In the middle layer time I will be repeated these iris. So cornea covers the iris, covers two iris. And then one more thing, these cornea covered by the one more layer. First thing I will tell about, these cornea covers two iris part of the middle layer of the eye, and this cornea outer side is covered by one more layer, that is a conjunctiva. Somewhere you heard these conjunctiva. Sometimes infections of any bacterial virus, especially bacteria, our eyes will become a more red in color, tears will cause us because of these conjunctiva layer. These conjunctiva layer shows inflammation, infection of bacteria. Okay, so it is a infectious disease. If in our class any one person is suffering with in conjunctivitis, that is a disease name. So it will spread out all the persons. So we should be avoid. So it is not much problematic, but it is infectious. So that infectious conjunctivitis causing by the infection of conjunctivitis. This is the layer. This layer covers the external layer sclera. Okay, that is the thing. Remember it. Then come to the next middle layer. That middle layer is possessing three parts. One is the choroid, ciliary body, iris. Already I revised here. Iris. I said the part is a iris here. So middle layer containing with the choroid, ciliary body and iris. Now basically middle layer we can say is choroid only, but that choroid basing on their position it will become a ciliary body and then iris. For getting more clarity we will go on through this. Here highly vesicular, these middle layer is a highly vesicular, statement based questions. Here external layer of the eyeball it is avascular, and then middle layer of the eyeball highly vesicular. Okay, which one is a true, which one is a false, like that statement based questions may be chances. So highly vesicular, and then it is a colored, which color? Bluish colored. Okay, now I put heading, middle layer we call as a choroid. Now these choroid a 2/4 of the posterior part. The posterior part 2/3 part in the thin layer, that thin layer occupying the 2/3 of the eyeball. So 2/3 of the middle layer eyeball is made up of or occupied by the posterior part, and then these posterior part come to the forward, I mean anterior part, that is become a muscle like structures, that is we call the ciliary body. Then that ciliary body to continue the forward, it will become formed to the iris. Iris is a pigmented and opaque. Now for your clarity wise, take it one mirror, see in your face in the mirror, particularly concentrate on the eye. Okay, in the eye, white color eye place we can see, and the middle of the eye some black color. In that black color something one ball like, one small black color. Okay, grayish color, somewhat of brownish shaded part we seen. In the brownish shaded part, black color. Now I am telling about the iris is a brown color shaded part. Okay, then that formed by the iris, formed by the ciliary body. It is a pigmented opaque. Okay, and then transparent. This iris only we can say is some persons iris is a different color, just white in color. Some in society we seen several different type of eyes. Okay, so that is based on the iris, that because of that is a pigmented opaque and transparent. In this iris place a transparent crystalline one structure is there, that is the lens. That is the lens. See Nana, for example, if you take any one camera, Canon or anything, if you on it, inside onwards one lenses will come out. Okay, one structures will come out. The inside of that structure, that zooming time, middle of the place only lens is there. Remaining thing, everything will be a round structures. That round structures iris, inside of that round structures crystalline lenses are there. That lenses only allowing the light to inside. Okay, so these lenses, it is a ligamented, with the help of the ligament it is bind with the ciliary. So here basing on the vision, in the daytime vision, nighttime vision, this lens play an important role. This lens play an important role. I think so you got the concept. External layer completed and middle layer composing by the choroid ciliary body iris. Middle layer having a highly vesicular, that to bluish color, and choroid. These choroid 2/3 of the choroid in the posterior portion, that to thin, that occupying the total eyeball of the 2/3 portion. And these 2/3 portion of posterior part come to the forward, and then anterior portion it will become a ciliary body. These ciliary body continue forward the iris. This iris only covered by these cornea. Okay, and then these iris continue in the middle of the iris. It contains the crystalline transparent one structure, that is the lenses. These lenses are binded with ligament, with the help of the ligament to ciliary body. Okay, remember it. Then come to the next structure, that is the inner layer or a retina. Inner layer or a retina, that is a 3 layers. Again, in the inner layer, retina contains the 3 layers. That 3 layers are, one is a photoreceptor cells, and second one is a bipolar cells and ganglionic. Whether you remember or not, structural organization time I used these two words, bipolar and then ganglion. And the time of the nerves, bipolar cells, ganglionic cells. Okay, these are all totally nervous system parts. Because of these nervous system parts only play an important role in the receiving the stimulations, light stimulations. Okay, then detailed understanding about inner layer, about photoreceptors and bipolar and ganglion. Already I said now, these bipolar and ganglions are neural structures. Okay, then photoreceptors wise, second column wise we will discuss. See, in the photoreceptors, 2 type of photoreceptors are there. Basically the word itself you got it. Receptors means receiving. What it will receive? Light stimulations it will receive. So photoreceptors layers contain the 2 type of cells. That 2 type of cells are rod cells, cone cells. Rod cells and cone cells. These rod cells and cone cells are both contains the light sensitive protein. That protein receiving the light. How? Chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast is a plain important role in the photosynthesis, because of it is a pigmented, based on the chlorophyll only. It is a leaf is in the color condition, green color, like that. These are also photo receiving colored structures, so pigmented, photopigmented structures. So rod cells, cone cells are play an important role in the identification of the light. Okay, so it is contains the light sensitive proteins. That proteins we can say is photopigments. Now come with rod cells. Rod cells are play an important role in the night vision. Night vision. So such a night vision we can say is we can call the scotopic light. Okay, scotopic light containing rod cells, that photopigment cells, purplish red color. Already I said now photopigment, it is a colored, so purplish red color proteins. That protein name rhodopsin, very important word. Rhodopsin. Rhodopsin also called as a visual purple. Visual purple. This visual purple rhodopsin is made up of vitamin A derivative. Vitamin A derivative. This is the time to recall the general concept. We want to take vitamin A food more. Curry leaf or papaya, these and all containing lot of vitamin A. If you are not taken sufficient vitamin A, these protein will not made. Which protein? Rhodopsin. Lack of this protein, the rod cells will be affected. If rod cells affected means automatically the person lost night vision, because of rod cells only play an important role in the finding of the night lights. So that is the night blindness, not color blindness, night blindness. Okay, so that is regarding to the rod cells. Then come to the cone cells. These cone cells play an important role in the daylight vision. Daylight vision we can say is in the scientifically photopic. This nighttime vision we called as a scotopic. This is a photopic vision. So colored vision. So because of daytime several colors are there. This is the time in the 10th standard you see you studied in the physics concept eye. How eye is find out that different colors. In that concept recall here. Now this is the time sunlight, any light having the combination of all the colors. Okay, when that light pass on through the spectrum, it will be form the VIBGR. Correct only. So daylight vision time, it identifies the several colors. Especially rod cells are contain cone cells are contain the three type of cone cells. That three, for example, take it example. Okay, 1000 rod cells, cone cells, 1000 green cells, 1000 blue cone cells. Okay, but all are equally they are distributed. Okay, now in this, when the light is penetrated to inside of the eye, maybe in the thousands of 1000 of red cone cells, 5 are stimulated, 10 are stimulated green color, and then 15 are blue color cone cells are stimulated. Now how many cells are stimulated? Combination of all these cells we can imagine, we can see in a particular color. Okay, got the point? Here three type of cone cells are there: red, green, blue. By the various combination of mixing of these three cells, color will be different color. This is the time to explain one general example. If you see any painter does not maintain all the colors. He doesn't have all the colors with him. Simply he is always carrying the 5 or 6 colors. Okay, he doesn't carry any black color. Okay, without black color carrying, he can able to form the black color, because of if he mixing all the colors at a time, it will form the black color. So different shades we can form the mixing of the different colors. A little quantity of the red and little quantity of the green, if you mix it now, it will come brown color. Like a combination. If you add more red color, it will become a dark red, like shadeds will come. That shading happened by the collaboration or combination of these different colors cells stimulations. I think so they got the concept. So red, green, blue by the various combinations. Okay, these cells are mixing together, by that various combinations of colors will be expressed. Okay, this is the time explain about the internal part of eyeball, a posterior pole of eyeball. Okay, a posterior pole of the eyeball, it is containing with the optic nerve. You know what is the meaning, what is the use of the optic nerve? Optic nerves take out the stimulations from the these ganglion, you know meaning, because of when the photoreceptor cells are receiving the stimulations, that is giving to the stimulations giving to the bipolar cells, bipolar giving to the ganglion onwards optic nerve is there. Optic nerve will be take out the information to the brain. Okay, and then above the optic nerve places, it containing with blind spot. Thus such a place does not have any photoreceptors. Lack of photoreceptors, the place does not involve any time in the vision. So which place does not have any photoreceptors, such a place we can call as a blind spot. Blind means, you know, you got the point. And yellow spot, nearby the blind spot above, a particular deep depression is there, that is a little bit yellowish color. So yellow spot, that is a spot all the rays is focusing in that place. Okay, yellow spot. Now that yellow spot in the scientifically we called macula lutea. In the macula lutea, a central pit is there, small pit. That pit, fovea. What it is? Fovea. The eyeball, got it, Nana? What I said here, at posterior pole of the eyeball, it's contain the optic nerve, blind spot and yellow spot. Optic nerve carrying the nerve impulse, light impulse to central nervous system. Blind spot does not contains any photoreceptors, rod cells, con cells are ille. And yellow spot, it contains the some more concentrated photoreceptors. So that's why it is appearance yellow in color. Scientifically, this yellow spot we can call macula lutea, and in the inside of the macula lutea, a central pit is there, that is a fovea. Now, apart of this, in the inside of the eyeball, two spaces are there, fluid spaces. The two fluid spaces are aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. Okay, aqueous chamber, space between the cornea and the lens. That means which eye part is visible to our naked eye, that place aqueous chamber is there. Vitreous chamber, it is containing with it is a back side that we can't see. Inside of lenses onwards, retina, the portion filled with vitreous humor. Humor means liquid. Okay, these humorous always maintain the wetness of the eye. So protection wise. Okay, sir, these two concepts we doesn't understand, sir. That is, I think so here. Next class, I will be draw the diagram of eye, and simultaneously I will explain vision of eye, mechanism of eye function. Okay, in that time you will get some clarity about these things. Aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. These see in our textbook, you will get some clarity. Okay, next class, mechanism of vision. Up to that wait. Thank you.